Fireworks, scares, and satisfaction. Another reno video. Hey everyone, welcome back to this next renovation video. If you haven't seen the previous ones, I have a playlist that I will link below. In this video, we are finally starting the demolition for our kitchen makeover. Oh, and if you're new, hi! I'm Rose. I make videos about plants, but also our house renovation that we started 1.5 years ago now. I'm finally catching up with making the videos about it. So let's hop back to August last year. While I'm once again editing, my boyfriend is working on the house. He's finishing the little corner here where we still need some stones. Hi, Mick! He's already done this little piece, which is adorable. And now the doorstep one. Nee! Stop! We use this handy plant sprayer to cool down the diamond saw or whatever it's called that we saw the stones with. Chips. Maar ik wil het filmen. I had to close the door so he could actually put the tile in place. You can see my toes in the reflection here. It was a big stone, but it fit perfectly. Look at that. Mag ik hem eens open doen? Hij is helemaal warm. The width was good, but we needed to adjust the sides, so that's what boyfriend is doing here. It was very messy and loud. We used leftover bathroom tiles to keep the gravel in the right spot, but it was finally time to remove those. Look at that nice fit of the little corner. Beetje smokkelen. Come on. And that's it for the tile work at this time. We took a few days to do some more adventurous things like go to garden centers, and I actually had a lot of headaches. And then it was time to finally start the kitchen makeover, which we had planned for a long time. We kind of started with those cabinets already, but the rest of it still looked pretty bad. I'm trying to show you what it looked like before properly, with all the surfboards on the ceiling and the ceiling being dark green and with pipes in view and some weird unpainted bits, because a while ago we showed you how we removed some of the material that was on the ceiling that was highly flammable, so not very safe anymore. They don't use that for building anymore. Here are our two seats that we bought during the renovation from the secondhand shop because we did not have a sofa. As you can see, they are way too big for our small kitchen. But we were so happy to have them during the renovation because we did not have any comfortable seats for a few months almost, and then we realized that sitting here in the kitchen actually gives you a really nice view of our new back door and garden, which we love, both of us. This is a sneak peek. So we're gonna figure something out to keep some kind of seat here. Here's a quick sneak peek again. If you were wondering how I took the footage of the ceiling, this is it, laying down on the floor. Just to show you a few more close-ups of why we want to make over the kitchen, this is what the ceiling looks like in certain places. It's kind of weird, and then you have the white line. The wallpaper is coming off the wall, especially here at the bottom because the walls were so moist. It's just completely loose. See how it moves there? We made a plug socket next to my terrarium for all the electricity that it needs, but that is actually pretty ugly as well. Sorry, boyfriend. And then over here on the side is more loose wallpaper. Oops, because we were supposed to remove the surfboards first and clean out the space. My boyfriend luckily keeps me organized. And then we had to remove all the pins in the beams. There were a lot of screws and little nails and everything. So I sped that up a little bit more because it took a long time. Then we removed the chairs and it was time to start moving the Hoya shelf, which was a lot of work because there were a lot of plants on there. But luckily with my boyfriend's help, it did not take too long. And we just moved it around the corner in the other room so that it can stay basically in its old spot where it used to live for while we renovate the kitchen. Hello. You may notice it looks a little bit different here right now. This morning, my boyfriend and I started preparing our kitchen. Wow, it sounds echoey in here. For a renovation. This was part of our plan. We need to paint this dark green ceiling into a lighter color. We're going to also take off the wallpaper, which, as you can see, goes very easily. And we are going to wallpaper this wall with incredible wallpaper, all from Little Green. I'll put the colors of the paint that we chose on the screen. But first, as you can imagine, it is demolition time, which is my personal favorite. Are you ready for some wallpaper ASMR? I removed the skirting boards and then continued, but this was a little bit less easy. So I got a screwdriver to help me open up and pull little bits off. Unfortunately, not everything went off as easily as that first few bits.
Hi.
Hello.
Lekker bezig.
My boyfriend's brother came over to see what we were up to. They live quite close, which is really fun. And with close, I mean we walked 5 minutes to their house during the renovation to shower. Yeah. What is this? On the mantle underneath the wallpaper was a really sticky layer of some sort, which I didn't know really what to do with. You can't just paint that. It wouldn't look nice. So I thought maybe we can put new wallpaper over it. But we have a very cool solution that you'll see in the next video. A lot of it was kind of boring, all the little pieces. It took a lot of time. And then again, the influence of my boyfriend cleaning up the mess in between. It actually works a lot easier. We were planning to paint these walls in a really nice acorn color, light green. But my boyfriend just said, we have a ton of spare tiles from the bathroom. He's a genius. Either this part or this part, we can put the pink, wait, I can show you. The pink bathroom tiles, like this. Or the blue tiles, like this, depending on if we have, wait, light, if we have enough. But genius! Wait, what are you doing? So then, this, like, what do you call it? Mantle? Becomes all official with tile. We've never done tile before ourselves, but this is definitely a project we can try it on, right?
We're just gonna try it.
Yes! The biggest part of this renovation, the scariest part, is the terrarium, which we have to move, of course, and it has wheels, which we put under there, very strong wheels, we thought, when I made it. But unfortunately, all of them broke and sank through, so now we don't know how we're going to be able to move it. So, fingers crossed for us.
En dat zo, hè?
Kom, doen gewoon.
Dat ik eraf poeper.
Ik heb het er niet af, hij is super zwaar. Met je bek. Dat is iets erachter, dat is oké. Rij met je bek.
Ik vind het super eng!
Rij maar. Rij. Hups.
Ja, maar straks gaat het
Ups.
helemaal afbreken en dan
En dan vangen we hem op.
klein. Dan zit mijn hand eronder en dan ben ik dood.
Oké. Poepie. Doe eens even chill, joh. We were able to roll the terrarium to the center of the room, and just as I was saying that I wanted to move it more so that we could get good footage of like the wallpapering and stuff, boyfriend said,
Nou, ik heb liever dat ding niet ontflikkert. Dat bedoel ik.
what my boyfriend was afraid of happened. The wheels gave out and you can see it actually toppling over a little bit. Luckily, my boyfriend caught it in time. He was mentally prepared for it. I wasn't. We now put blocks of wood underneath all the different parts of the steel frame because the wheels literally came off fully. Turns out the issue is not the wheels itself, but the connection piece, which is plastic and not strong enough. Look at that. All of them came out. So now we're going to work around the terrarium for now because we have ordered a solution, hopefully. And so you won't be able to see very well what we're doing, but hopefully by end of next week, the terrarium has great wheels and can move all around without it collapsing.
So satisfying.
Oh, poepie. Wat is een mooie muur. Die is wel strak.
Trek het eraf met je handen.
Can you tell who is the patient one out of the two of us and who is the very impatient one? He just takes his time and really tries to get it all in one piece and takes another breath because we're not in a rush. And I'm like, come on, come on, come on.
Trek het er allemaal af, poepie, met je handen. Zo, rap het eraf. Ja, trek. Gewoon trekken. Ik vind mijn techniek al.
Maar ik vind het zo leuk om zo te doen.
Here. Pats, boom.
I am still, after 11 years, so shocked and impressed with how patient he is and how he can control himself. Like here, I would have ripped all the big pieces off first and then did the small pieces. And he just does one piece at a time, super patient. It's not me. I don't know what to say. I am the opposite, but we're still doing really well together. So something must be working. There were a few screws sticking down from the attic above that we couldn't remove, so my boyfriend grabbed this little multi-tool something to saw them off or whatever it's called, and it created quite a fun spectacle. All the light, it's so cool to see and so beautiful. We took a little break in the cool water of our hot tub and chilled in the garden with Mickey. End of the day update for what we've done so far. The walls are clean. The terrarium is stuck right in the middle here. We're trying to get it fixed, new wheels and everything. These walls are all clean. No more wallpaper, but lots of holes that we will have to patch up. We think it's gotta be very cool.
The next morning.
Good morning. My boyfriend bought hole filler for the wall, so I'm gonna be fixing all the holes, and then he is going to start sanding the ceiling because it definitely needs a good sanding. A quick selfie and then it's time to start. We were planning to leave the electric, or my boyfriend was planning to, I never really planned to. But we have decided to remove them because we will have a freshly sanded, painted ceiling with really ugly old electrical lines. So he is going to put them on top of the attic space over here. But that means that we have to empty out this attic fully first. While boyfriend did the attic, I got to work on removing some of the cables and pipes of the electricity and also sanding some more. End of day 2. I have cleaned the house, but not myself yet. Covered in green dust. I don't know if you can see. I tried to get some off already, but I did clean here. So the house is pretty clean now. My boyfriend has rerouted all the electrics. Look at how nice that looks compared to this morning. So much better. He didn't really want to do it, but I'm glad I explained that it would be so much better. We sanded this first whole line, which we wanted to do first so that we can paint it and then we can put the terrarium back once we have the wheels fixed. I sanded this part and this part as well. So we're kind of halfway there maybe. Still have this whole one, this whole one to go, that one to go, and then the other side. Okay, not halfway yet, but getting there. Hanging out with the cats in between definitely made this experience so much more fun. Like Mickey the next morning. Look at him sitting there. He is so weird. I don't know why he thinks this is comfortable, but he really enjoys having something underneath his armpits or elbows or whatever part of a cat that is. Isn't that so cute? Hello, we are back. It is day 3, I think. And we spent the morning in different shops getting supplies and everything. I'm just looking over there because I want to show you this mask. My boyfriend got the extra filters so that I could also have a respirator mask and not get all the dust in my lungs. Now we really have to get to sanding, which we both are not excited about, but it needs to be done. And then we can continue with the smaller fun parts like building lights inside the roof or on top of the roof that are on the way. We ordered them yesterday. And what else? Oh, a wallpaper. We got wallpaper for that wall. Maybe start tiling this wall. All the fun stuff. But first we have to sand.
Fun stuff, bitches.
Fun stuff! We were planning to leave this cabinet on the wall during sanding and painting, but I noticed really fast that the machine can't really reach into the corners, so it wasn't very practical to leave it on, and we ended up removing it even though we just hung it the week before. Sorry, boyfriend, for the extra work. No more dust and sand in my hair, hopefully. But still, I need a solution for this part.
It's called clothing.
Clothing. Cleavage protection. Lung protection. Eye protection. Everything is so dusty. And green too. This is not just any dust, this is green dust. So next step, cleaning everything. Cleaning everything. Everything. Including, oh my gosh, this is the worst. Hello. We can't finish sanding until we get the new wheel connectors for the tank, and I called them and apparently it's still in production when it's supposed to be delivered yesterday. So we have decided, oh, my boyfriend's outside doing stuff. We've decided to start doing the finishings first, the plinten at the roof. I don't know, but like this has to be closed off and around here because that's really ugly. Okay, more noise, wait. And filling these holes that we bought a pole for. A little trick for the holes is these little sticks that you can buy at the DIY shop. And then you stick it in and then ta-da! Then you get wood glue and put it all over the sides of the thing, push it into the hole, and it is basically done. You just have to fill up the side holes. It is such a cool hack. I had no idea. My boyfriend told me this is basically a broomstick that we're using to fix the holes. Time to install the ceiling trim. We used a tacker for this, which was very fun. And it was very satisfying because it felt very finished very fast. Now you just have to imagine it being painted the same color as the wall. It's gonna look really good. The other side was a little bit more difficult because there was a gap above our kitchen cabinets and you can't really screw a trim on a gap. So we came up with this solution. We nailed small pieces of wood on the ceiling first, so that we could screw the ceiling trims onto those little pieces of wood as well as the cabinets, and that made them stable.
That's nice.
The most beautiful corner we have ever made. Whee! And that's it for this renovation video. Finally, they are getting a little bit longer and you're actually getting to see more action. Not the small project, but the big projects. I am so excited for next video because then we are starting the tiling for the first time ourselves. So hopefully I will see you there. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you haven't already. You can click the bell so that you get notifications when I upload a video. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to join the Patreon or YouTube membership, you get extra content and a monthly Zoom call and everything. So maybe that's interesting to you. Thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!